last week we realized that these bananas, these so-called dwarf ice cream bananas, are not that dwarf, and they were burning at the top of the greenhouse here. And we put this pole to try to hold the netting up higher, but we realized that it just wasn't gonna work. So in order to try to get them to be shorter and flower shorter, my husband cut them all off.
Cutting the banana.
How come?
They're growing too much.
They're getting burned on the roof of the greenhouse. So we're cutting them about a third of the way down the stalk in hopes that when they regrow, they'll be shorter at the time that they throw the flower, so they're not too big in our greenhouse. And I was nervous while he was cutting them all off that maybe it wasn't going to work. And you can see today's Tuesday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In 4 days, it's grown like 18 inches or more. And you can see on all of these, this new leaf is unrolling. So it'll keep growing now from here. And so hopefully when it throws a flower, it will not be in the ceiling. The night that it happened, we actually came back and looked at it, and it had already grown like this much. It had grown like 5 inches the night, just hours later. It's almost like you can watch it grow. It's so fast. And it's actually, if you look at it like this, you can tell that the banana is from the grass family. Banana is actually a large grass. We don't think of it that way, but it is a big tropical grass. And so here it is pushing up the shaft, just like grass pushes up the shaft. Those other bananas that we saw are the ice cream bananas, and they're very, very tall. We think we're gonna only move forward inside of the greenhouse with these are a dwarf Cavendish. And so you can see that these are the same age as those, and I'm only 5 foot tall, so they're just slightly taller than me. They have not thrown a flower yet in the center stalk, but it seems like they should throw a flower sometime here soon, but they're not gonna get nearly as tall. And they are a bigger banana, so that's a bigger tree with a smaller banana, and this is a smaller tree with a more traditional sized banana. Cavendish is one of the cultivars that we associate with like regular bananas. And so we're hoping that this one works out really good because it fits inside of our greenhouse and we don't have to keep chopping them down. But until we get some fruit off of those big ones, we're gonna keep pruning them back and hope that we can keep them short enough for inside of the greenhouse. As many people say, the mother does not like to be naked, and what they mean is the earth wants to be covered, whether that's with mulch or with cover crop or with plants. And so I agree, the mother does not like to be naked. And so we just chopped all these bananas as mulch, and you can see it creates a little habitat for all these bugs and worms and everything under here to break down the soil. And so this is breaking down really quickly. It's just a week and a couple of days, and it's already all shriveled up and being eaten, and it creates an awesome environment under here for all these microscopic little guys to get their job done. And so I'm a big proponent of chop and drop, and I think I showed you about the comfrey and how you can chop comfrey and drop it, and it's really good fertilizer. But really any biomass and any plant matter is good for the soil, and soil is essentially biomass that moved through an animal, a tiny animal or a big animal. So chop and drop when it's applicable. And so I'm glad that my husband chopped up these banana plants, and it's gonna go right back into the earth.